All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to your midday Wednesday edition of Livewire Sports Media. All right, so um, there is not a list that Caitlin Clark can't top, and I think I'm gonna look this up too because I want to know how many times she was on the Forbes list. But this time, she's on the Forbes list for 2025 for one of the most powerful women in sports, and there's a lot of women that's on this list. And there are a few WNBA players, and there are a few not so WNBA players. There could be some players that been left off. There could be some players, but we're gonna break it all down for y'all real quick, real quick, real quick for you. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down real quick. So right here, Cancun CC report stated that Caitlin Clark has made the top four rank on the list of Forbes, and also that seems about right to me that what he said, and it also says a lot about the WNBA that multiple players are on this list, not just Caitlin, but Fee, Stewie, and Asia, and we're gonna get to them in a few minutes too. It's pretty cool. I bet Kate Angel just barely missed the cut. She probably has. She probably has. Also cool to see Becky Hammond on the list, Dawn Staley on the list, Eric Kane, which Eric Kane is Caitlin's and Fee um, agent. Someone not on the list, Kathy Ingeberg. And I mean, Adam Silver is not on the list either. So, but let's dive into the article real quick. Let's dive into it. Let's see. What are your opinions about this list? Is it right to you, or is Caitlin Clark too high, or is she's too low? What is your thoughts on this list? So it says the 2025 America's most powerful women in sports. Do you see Billie Jean King? You see Coco from tennis. You see Dawn Staley, Billie Jean King down to the bottom. So now we're going to stroll down here. So it says during September, the United States Open tennis tournament, ESPN cut away from a marquee match between the two-time champ Naomi Osaka and the 2023 title holder Coco Gauff in air of an ad for other sports coverage on the channel. The athletes in the spot was Caitlin Clark and several other of her WNBA peers. The moment served as a powerful reminder that women influence in American sports has gotten too big to ignore. And that's true. I mean, with the popularity of NIL deals in college, it makes it hard to ignore women in sports. Then you got tennis players and everything like that. And you still got some of the old players in sports that kind of still around and still take part of the sports in a sense. So that is a good thing. The money has been flowing into the sector in the past few years. Now in 2024, revenue for all women's sports, not just basketball, all of women's sports surpassed 1 billion for the first time, and it is projecting to hit 2.5 billion by 2030. And that is only because that tennis is thriving, golf is thriving, soccer is thriving, other women's sports are thriving. The WNBA is the one that seems to be in a standstill as the most. And hopefully it will, long as they continue to exercise what they need to exercise. According to a recent report by McKinsey, revenue from women's sports is growing at more than 4 times the rate than men's sports. Wow, that's amazing if it's true. Meanwhile, because you got to think baseball, NBA, and um, NFL, they the main majority of men's sports that people watch all the time anyway, and college football. And then you got college basketball coming up too. So meanwhile, the WNBA 11-year 2000, I said 2000, 2.2 billion media rights deal will begin next year, quadrupling the value of the league's previous contracts and virtually ensuring that viewership records will continue to be broken. Now, and women are leading the way in women's sports, in women and men leagues, as well in on the boxes, from offices, media, and of course, playing fields. The 25 women of Forbes 2025 ranking of the most America's most powerful women in sports have unprecedented influence on countries' most popular sport. Now, that part right there, that part, unprecedented influence on the country's most popular sport, professional football included. Number one on the list, the New Orleans Saints owner, Gail Benson, and among the highest earning athlete, including number 13, golf, Coco, and coaches like South Carolina Gamecocks, Don Staley, who's at number 20. They also oversee billions of dollars worth of sports betting, like FanDuel, which is one of the premier top sports betting apps there is out there. You see, they got FanDuel TV. You have people signed to do FanDuel podcasts on FanDuel. You have FanDuel all over. FanDuel is very popular. It's outperformed DraftKings, to be honest with you. And that's why you got all these other little apps now that's coming out with their little signature of sports betting. And FanDuel CEO Amy Howe, and are responsible for some of the most lucrative and high-profile endorsement deals. And then you got number 3, Nike brand president Amy Montage, which distinguished the women's on the list from their peers, and not just their current power, but the way that they leveraging the influence and shaping the future of sports. I have and hope in better years have left tennis icon Billie Jean King, who is ranked 23rd on the list and famously fought for equal pay for male and female tennis, tells Forbes, "What do you think I should try to do?" Now, Billie, like I said, Billie Jean King has been around for a minute, and she has been doing a hell of a job. So let's run down this list real quick so we won't have to worry about it. There you go. Gail Benson, New Orleans owner, valuation with 2 teams now carry a combination valuation, which the New Orleans Saints and the New Orleans Pelicans, both of them. And after her death of her husband, and they carry a valuation of $8.35 billion. She's going to be on that list because the New Orleans Saints, ever since the Hurricane Katrina situation, the New Orleans Saints has been a rising football. And then with Drew Brees bringing a Super Bowl to that city, has helped elevate that city. And they still playing pretty good football right now. And the Pelicans, where you got down there with forgot the boy name right now. I can't think of it. But she has been the central of NFL international combinations, such as the Saints and the first franchise with marketing rights in France, and partnering with Paris Musketeers of European League football. Benson also is instrumental in bringing the Super Bowl to New Orleans, which I stated already, according to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Now, second on the list is Amy Howe, who I just talked about. Legal sports betting record, nearly $150 billion worth of bets in the United States in 2024. She also is executive at the top of the market. She began as CEO of FanDuel in 2021. This company has captured over 41% of America's sportsbook revenue, and last year recorded nearly $60 billion in revenue. Like I say, FanDuel is one of the top betting sports apps there is. I mean, everybody's getting, sports apps in the arena, especially the new arenas and stuff like that. And they're making it hard. Eventually, eventually they're going to legalize sports betting in every part of the United States right now. It's only in selected states, but the way it's moving, eventually legislation is going to change all of that. So Howe has expanded FanDuel footprint through the partnerships with the NFL and the NBA and the WNBA and the Major League Baseball, while also rolling out a news live update feature that bettors use to follow their favorite team. And her previous role as a chief operating officer in Ticketmaster, Howe doubled in ticket platform growth in her mobile app download by 5-fold. Not bad at all. Then you got Amy Montage. She is the Nike brand, overseeing over 44 billion business that defines the company global identity and growth strategy. Growth strategy. My bad. Hold on. And a veteran as and responsible for the product marketing and consumer and look into tentative across the categories. Before her May 2025 promotion, she was vice president of Night Women and had overseen some of the retailers' busiest athletic deals, such as Asia Wilson with her hit shoe signature shoe A1s. Now, some people say they like the A1s. Some people say that they don't like the A1s. Me personally, I mean, it's what it is, what you like. But I mean, they're not bad. Some people say the signature, the logo signature on the A1s is not hot at all. It's not really good. But anyway, she also previously ran Nike Asia Pacific and Latin American business in 2022. She delivered what it was then one of the division's most profitable quarter in company. Now, to me, I think they should focus more, a little bit more on women athletes, a little bit more, but they haven't done a good job. But this is the part right here. This is the person that Nike still continues to fail. And coming in hot at number 4 is Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. Caitlin has turned her record-breaking college basketball career into early dominance in the WNBA. Her estimated $88.1 million in income from her rookie season with the Indiana Fever was bolstered by big deals like Nike, Wilson, Gatorade, Stanley, and you also State Farm in there, and signals a shift in how female athletes are being valued in the world of professional sports. Last month, the Indiana Fever announced that Clark will be sidelined for majority of the injury season remainder the WNBA season to focus on her recovery, but the injury didn't stop to change that the fact that Clark has in the last 2 years been the spark that hit the match that set the women's sports on fire, and she continued to do so. And then you see through her injury situation this year, it was noted that she was still traveling with the team, signing autograph, making appearances, and that's still showing appreciation and still getting engaged in fans, even though fans wanted to see her play. But the fact of the matter is she was not able to, but she still was able to sign endorsements. Now, Michelle Kane is another one. She's a billionaire who built her fortune in healthcare, IT, and is now channeling her attention to wealth and to sports. She went to soccer leagues, Washington Spirit, O-Line Lions of France, a Premier League, London City, Lioness, Women's Super League in May. So she does a lot. Kane sees women's sports as a good business, but is reserving some of her funds for Philippines with 55 million pledged to the United States Soccer and Development. Then next you got Rena Anderson, who is the NFL as a chief NFL revenue officer and executive vice president of partnerships. She's also there's her key role in the league with 21 billion in revenue. So then you got Jessica Brano. Also, she's took over commissioner of the National Women's Soccer League in 2022. Then you got number 8, Hillary Mandel. Also, she was part of ESPN and agreement with U.S. Tennis Association for $2 billion. So, and she's been part of the WWE with the Netflix deal and everything, and also the NCAA and the ESPN package as well. Then you got coming in at number 9 is Nafisha Collier, Breonna Stewart, who also would do their partnership with Rival, which is why they made this list as well. WNBA's 2025 Most Valuable Player Award, and Breonna Stewart won the award in 18 and 23 through Rival, They're changing the game. Founded by former UConn teammates. We already know Rival is a 3-on-3 league, and the league's first season ran through January, March. This year had attracted 11.9 million views. I don't believe that at all, but let's go for sake of argument. With ticket sales that surpassed 7 figures this fall, Rival raised a B Series funding around to give them an Upstart League a 300. Now, it says this fall, Rival raised a Series B funding round. That means funding. They had to get more funding for this league now. So that gave the Upstart League a $340 million valuation. So they had to get more funding to get that valuation. And that's what I said in previous videos, that they didn't raise that money themselves. They didn't make that much money. There was funding being put into this league to make it have that. And they still gotta make money. Anyway, number 10, Carol Wutasi, if that's how you pronounce her name. Then you got Serena Williams coming in at number 11. You already know what Serena Williams' business does. She's, part of the WNBA LA Sparks and the National Women's Soccer League as well. She's one of the best tennis players that ever played the game. She hung up her racks in 22, and with a $95 million in total prize money earned throughout her career. Yep, she's the GOAT. Then you got Amy, number 12, Amy Struck, Amy Adams. I'm just gonna leave her right there. Then you got Coco at number 13. You got Cindy Paulo Cone at number 14. You got Aja Wilson coming in at 15. Then you got Rosalie Durant on ESPN Executive Vice President Programming and Acquisitions. Then you got Carol Norton. You got Simone Biles on the list. I mean, you cannot have a list without having Simone Biles on here. I mean, she just not too long removed from winning gold in the Olympics. So, and then she will be competing into the 2028 games in Los Angeles. Then you got Portia Archer. She founded in 1973 by her Powerful Women of Sports, Leicester by Billie Jean King, and the WTA today have over 1,600 players from more than 80 nations. So then you got Dawn Staley, who is one of the most probably one of the most top coaches in there besides Gina Auriemma. Her salary, her payout base salary is $4 million per year, but she has done so well at South Carolina. They could give her a lifetime contract there. She has done well, kept them relevant, been in title championships, Final Fours, goes deep into the tournament every year, still get great recruits and all of that. Then you got Nelly Carter, who Caitlin Clark will be teaming up at the Pro-Am event in a couple of weeks. She's on this list. You got Becky Hammond. Because Becky Hammond, to me, I think is the highest paid WNBA coach on there. So having her on here is pretty good. And then, what the Las Vegas Aces franchise is worth now, because they have won 3 WNBA titles. So that is significant for her. Then you got Billie Jean King at 23. Val Ackerman. That's kind of interesting. Val Ackerman is on this list for all she done, and she has turned NCAA basketball focus to the Big East Conference into a $90 million revenue powerhouse. Recently secured a deal with ESPN to expand coverage of women's sports. That's not bad at all. Val Ackerman, I think she was, if I'm not mistaken, she was commissioner of the WNBA. I might be wrong, but I'll double check. Then you got Erin Kane, number 25, and we already know who she is. She is Caitlin Clark and the Fisher Collier agent. So it's kind of interesting to have her on there. But let me know who else you think should be on there. This is what these women does for the sport of women. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad at all. I mean, to think about it, I think Sabrina Nesca should have been on here. Um, Maybe Angel Reese should have been on here. I don't know. I mean, what else she does outside of women's sports? What does she go? Does she go to any special events or these other stuff? So it's a lot of things. But I mean, it could be a lot of other people on here. I mean, hell, Adam Silver's not on there. Kathy Engelbert. Some people think Kathy Engelbert should be on here. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But there's other people that could have been on this list. But like I say, I did say Adam Silver, but this is for women, so I scratch that. But you can think about it. I mean, it could be other women on here. It could be other women on here. So, but these are your top 25 powerful women in sports. Let me know what you think. What you think about Caitlin Clark being number 4? I don't think I think she's gonna be higher. I mean, if you think about it, and I said this before. I said it before. And people think it's just about basketball with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark influence is about women's sports in general. It's not just about basketball. You see it. She's participating in golf. She's been at the Masters last year. She's trying to get a soccer team. She's trying to influence. And she already meet with Roger Goodell for a flag football team to start up so they can have that input works for the Olympics in 2028. So she's infusing her impact on women's sports is going to be phenomenal. And she's putting herself in a business side standpoint, not just being a basketball. She's doing what Michael Jordan had done, Kobe Bryant has done. You know what I'm saying? She's not just being looked at as a basketball player. She's being looked at as an influence in women's sports, period. So that's what you got to separate the two from to make a difference. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Your Wednesday weekend edition. Your Wednesday midday edition, Live Wire Sports Media. Wow, I'm ready to get to the weekend already, people. Like, comment, subscribe. Live Wire Sports Media. It's the Wire.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire. It's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire. Sports and entertainment.